Saturday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Saturday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Saturday. Saturday, bring it on.
Savage Real talk, no filter on Savaged Unfiltered. Savaged.
Alrighty, guys, welcome on in. Thank you very much for joining us here. We are live here on a lot here. Facebook, X, including Rumble, as well as Joseph's channel here, J. Lenard Detroit. So appreciate you guys getting those comments in, as this is our Tuesday live stream. Bear with the background, guys, because I'm in a huge transition phase, coming in from Florida, going into now Atlanta, Georgia. Just recently purchased a home here in the state of Georgia, guys. So I basically am leasing out a studio here in Georgia. So thank you very much for tuning in. And let's get the show started, guys. Joining me here is Joseph M. Lenard. Love to call him Jokester Joe because he always wants to get that lame pun in, as he says it. And then we have Nathan Snyder joining us here from the state of Florida, representing the 14th district there in the Tampa Bay, St. Pete area. Let's start out with you, Nathan. You know, before we get into another segment here, I want to talk about your campaign trail. The last time we had you on, going back about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. What's going on? I mean, I know you're kind of going into that heated moment with Rocky Rockford, right? Did I pronounce his name? Rockford, right? Rochford. Okay. All right.
The Rochford Files.
There you go. Yeah. I call him Radical Rock because the entire policy coming from him, man, is just like he just seems like he doesn't know what the hell he's running on.
He makes AWOLs seem normal.
Wow.
Yeah. So, tell us a little bit about that, Nathan. What's going on over there, man?
I wish I knew what was going on. It seems like the GOP doesn't know how to go after Kathy Castor, so they're going to try to run just like her. And the issue with doing stuff like that is that then what's the point of getting rid of Castor if you're just going to put somebody up who's going to act just like her?
Yeah. What about you, Joe? What's your thoughts, buddy?
Well, first, I got to say, you may be in the peach state, but I think you're in the wrong place because you're more like a sour apple. You should go to New York.
Right.
And anyway, I haven't seen you in a while. I got to get a dig in right away. But there's a lot of races all across the states where, again, bad state GOPs running pathetic races. This is 2024, not 1924. Can we deal in the issues of today and actually, deal with the issue here is straw man. I was on Rick Walker's Maverick News the fourth night of the convention for the wrap up. And the left, all they have are straw man arguments to lie about what we stand for. And we need to correct our record and be truthful about them and say that, look, they're lying. We're going to give you the truth. Trust but verify, as Reagan said, and you shall be known by your fruits, not their hot air rhetoric. Look at their record, what they do, not what they say, and you'll see you need to vote GOP all down the ballot if we are to what? Restore our American Republic. Keep it from going down the road to Kamalunism.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, with Nathan going against Kathy Castor and Rocky there in Tampa, the radicalization. I mean, we have to talk about Tampa a little bit here before we go into the next segment here. What's going on with the race right now, Nathan? Besides, Rocky just spilling out nonsense. I know you mentioned Kathy Castor a lot there on X. Can you say a little bit more about the campaign of what you're trying to present for your district, man?
Well, right now, the district isn't going to be represented by anybody in the district. It's not going to be represented by anybody that's dealing with the high cost of living in the district. Rocky doesn't live in the district. Kathy's out in Washington, D.C. There's nobody actually going to be representing the people and what they're actually dealing with. You have Kathy Castor endorsing Kamala Harris and Tim Walz while walking around saying, it's, people over politics. If you really believed what you said, you wouldn't be endorsing Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Government price controls aren't going to be, people over politics. Tim Walz's radical movement of taking people's parents' children away because you disagree with what the government says your children should have isn't people over politics. You got Rocky Rochford coming in right behind it saying that we should start profiling our children to prevent gun shooting.
And those that are not quite our friend and not quite our enemy, China and Russia.
Russia isn't struggling in Ukraine. They're playing chess while the West plays checkers. Putin doesn't want Ukraine. He wants it neutral, not NATO. Every inch Russia takes, Ukraine throws lives at it.
They asked me about, would you continue funding the war? And I don't even know what's going on with that war. So the second I retired from the military, I no longer got any intelligence to see what's going on.
Michael Gardner, Uncut.
What's your thoughts on that, Joe? I noticed we have our guest coming up here. She's in the green room, so I'm going to bring her in a moment. Stand by, Kim. We'll bring you here in about a couple minutes, about maybe 2 minutes. So, what's your thoughts on, the whole, campaign trail going into, Nathan's race there? What's your, thoughts, buddy?
Well, I changed my background for those on video. Right. Principles, not personalities. Exactly what Nathan was saying. They are TDS morons. They are about cultism, personality, not principles. We are principled people. If you are principled and believe the conservative things you say you would stand for, how the hell can you back Marxist Kamala and Maoist Walz? It just shows you are a fake, a fraud, a phony. You are a rhino if you are backing Harris. Rhinos for Harris.
Yeah. Exactly like Nathan said, you have two individuals not even representing the both areas, St. Pete and Tampa Bay, Florida. This guy doesn't even reside in Tampa. Where the hell is this guy from, Nathan? If he doesn't reside in Tampa, he doesn't have the 14th district. Literally, on a serious note, who the hell does he represent? Kathy Castor up in Washington, D.C., like you mentioned, right? Rocky Rochford. Where's this dude from? Is he even in Florida?
He's in Florida. He lives in Laurel Lee's district. it's an odd election system to say the least. You know, we've known for years that the GOP hasn't put their best foot forward to run in Hillsborough County against Kathy Castor. You know, but they had some strong candidates in their primary, and why or how he got it, you know, 8,000 less people voted in their primary this year. That is a huge number to lose.
That's the problem. Not enough people. They spend all day on X and fascist book, whining, moaning, and complaining, but don't get off their ass to be involved in the primary. Is where you got to get rid of the rhinos, and then in fall vote the red ticket all up and down. But we need to add. I need to call Mike Johnson. I'm going to leave him a message.
You better call him. Get him on speed dial, Joe.
You know, we need an amendment to the SAVE Act. You need to live in the fucking district you say you're going to represent. We got to end this shit that literally they can live anywhere on the goddamn planet and represent a district. No,
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, Joe, you're so fired up, buddy. You're so fired up. You got Nathan down here popping a Red Bull. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Well, I'm living up to the savage shotcaster image.
Right? Oh God, man, I gotta pull a Wayne's World. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. We suck.
Shotcaster, baby.
Oh God!
And at J. Lenard Detroit, you do be there or be square.
You're damn right. You're damn right.
And you know, of bitches.
Right. You know, for some of my audience here joining us here on X, guys, get those comments in. You want change in the state of Florida and also the entire country. We need to hear your reaction and comments on this conversation. But without further ado, guys, I want to bring in our scheduled guest here. Special guest, somebody I actually know, grew up with, Kimmy, coming into the conversation. Kimmy, like, what's your thoughts on all this here? Welcome in. Oh, we got your blue light here. What
I don't know how to work this thing. Sorry.
Oh, well, you know what part of the problem is to what Nathan was? The GOP just sacrifices some races. They write them off. They don't care. I don't care if you lose 90% to 10, but you got to run a good conservative Republican platform candidate in every damn district. Period. You got to compete everywhere. Full stop.
I agree, Joe, but I want to hear from Kimmy. Welcome into the show, Kimmy. How you doing?
Fine. How are you?
Good, good. We're talking about like the latest, you know, here, you know, especially, you know, we have Nathan Snyder. He's running for Tampa's 14th district for a congressional seat. And he's battling a lot of radicalization in the state of Florida. He's battling Nancy Pelosi's, what do you call her?
Nancy Pelosi's lapdog.
Her lapdog, yeah. Nancy Pelosi's lapdog, Kathy Castor. You know, we're gonna talk a little bit about that, but I also want to get into some of you know, what's affecting the nation. Of what you mentioned, you spoke to me like just the other day. You know, we have to talk about the historic rise of school shootings. Yep. Like, what's going on in New Jersey, Kim? You know, with the school shootings.
Well, the funny thing is most of the school shootings, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, are mostly down south. You know, where guns are allowed. Like, you can be a plain old Joe and get a gun and just whatever. And the kid's father,
it's called the Second Amendment. It's called the Second Amendment.
First, like, that little boy, his father should have never got him a gun. Period. At the end, like, the kid had psychological problems, and he got a gun for his son.
The FBI interviewed both of them last year regarding threats the kid was making. Yeah. So, that kid should have been nowhere near guns. But beyond that, we need to harden. You know, Kamala got up there. Enough is enough. When Trump was shot, nothing about gun control. The latest shooting. Oh, enough is enough. So I want the Enough is Enough Act, Mike Johnson. And in it,
no, you know what I want? Hey, Joe, you know what I want? Hey, Joe, you know what I want? I want cutesy time over, because cutesy time in this nation is over. We need to get on a serious note. We need to challenge and charge and tackle these school shootings. Like Kimmy just said, I want to expand on that. And it would be done
with the Enough is Enough Act.
Is terrible. It's terrible. It's out of freaking control.
We need to end the gun-free zones, slaughter zones.
Not only that, like most of the guards that are in the school system are retired cops.
And they should be carrying. Yes.
Put in the National Guard in the schools or something, or like the truck drivers that just protected that bus on the I-75.
Yeah.
They surrounded the bus so the kids wouldn't get hurt. Like,
yeah, we need to harden
better security in those schools. Metal detectors. I don't care what area you're in. If you're in a good area, bad area, no matter where you go, it's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Nathan, what's your thoughts, buddy, on some of these school shootings? Kimmy here on the show kind of expanding on what she's seeing in the state of New Jersey and elsewhere, buddy.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can agree what Kamala Harris is saying when she says enough is enough. Let's get zero tolerance back in our school systems. Out of 134 school shootings, 122 happened in public schools with federal oversight.
I do want to say a few words about this tragic shooting that took place this morning in Winder, Georgia. We're still gathering information about what happened, but we know that there were multiple fatalities and injuries. And, our hearts are with all the students, the teachers, and their families, of course. And we are grateful to the first responders and the law enforcement that were on the scene. But this is just a senseless tragedy on top of so many senseless tragedies. And it's just outrageous that every day in our country, in the United States of America, that parents have to send their children to school worried about whether or not their child will come home alive. It's senseless. It is. We've got to stop it. And we have to end this epidemic of gun violence in our country once and for all. It doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. So
wait, buddy. Let me stop you right there. You're agreeing with Kamala Harris?
I'm agreeing that enough is enough. And that with enough is enough, I am saying that we need to get zero tolerance back in the schools. I'm not saying enough is enough, agreeing to her.
Enough. Enough.
99% of these kids are bullied, and not only because of social media, it's getting worse because of social media, and it's going outside the school, and they're doing it on social media. So of course, if a kid's getting bullied, look into it more. Don't sit there and look on their social media. And I understand Snapchat where it disappears, the conversation disappears, but there's got to be a way to find those conversations between these children where they're bullying other children to look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
bullying has been a fact of life, but there weren't school shootings in my days, and we fucking took guns to the school ourselves to shoot in the shooting range we had in the basement. Enough is right. It's time to harden the school with armed security.
And not only that, Kamala could say, she's whatever. Put the plan into action instead of sitting there on your thumbs and doing nothing. Yeah. I have two children in the school system up here. And just yesterday, there's a threat against all the schools in my neighborhood. Because I'm going to send my kid to school thinking that, he might not come home. No, I homeschool my child now because of this situation.
Sometimes you have to, Kimmy. Like you're talking about the state of New Jersey. Like, what is Governor Murphy? What is his views on?
He's too busy getting high, dude. Not trying to be mean. Like, he's the only freaking mayor of New Jersey that legalized weed just for his benefit. Okay, he's not doing shit. None of these none of the presidents or anything are doing shit to protect our children. You're saying our children are the next in line to do whatever, but you're not helping them if you're not protecting them when they're going to school. And half these kids are afraid to go to school and fighting to go to school because they're getting bullied, or they're afraid they're not going to come home to their parents.
Yeah, I hear you, Kimmy. Guys, I want to say thank you very much for joining the live stream. We're blowing up right now on Rumble. So get those comments. And guys, I will plug the comments coming in from Rumble as well as Facebook. So whoa, a little weary. There we go. What's going on with these lights, man? My studio here in Atlanta, and then the studio down in Florida, man. It's like, Jesus, the lights. I'm telling you. But yeah, guys, get those comments in. We will plug them in. Yeah.
Don't walk into the light, Michael. Don't walk into the light.
I'm telling
Stay
you,
with
man.
us.
Like, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah. I think I don't know. It's just crazy. But yeah, thank you very much, guys, for joining us here on the live stream. Special guest we got joining us here from the state of New Jersey, weighing in on some of what we're seeing in America, the school shootings, the radicalization. Murphy there in New Jersey, Kim, he has to tackle the shootings. He has to tackle But
they're all talk and don't put their plans into action. So until that happens, I don't want to hear it, because you know what? I'll keep my kid home.
Yeah,
before I send him to public school.
Before I get into this next segment, speaking of New Jersey, can you tell us a little bit of what you're seeing with the polls between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump there?
Honestly, I don't follow it because I don't like Kamala, because I think she is going to make everybody a minority, and I think we're becoming a minority if she becomes president.
Yeah.
And that's not fair. Like, I understand what happened in the past is the past.
Right.
But we got to look into the future and how our kids are going to react to what's going on with, everything.
Absolutely.
And we need a president who steps up and does what they're going to say they're going to do, instead of just making empty promises.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. We have to, ladies and gentlemen, we have to, not only turn New Jersey red, for a change, and get better policy there, because New Jersey has been
New Jersey is the stupidest state in the world. I'm sorry, and I'm originally from Florida. I'll admit that, but when we got New Jersey is a no bail reform state. That's like the stupidest thing I ever heard. So you commit a crime, you get out the next day, and you could go and do it again. Like, that's retarded. Stupid. I'm not going to say that.
But Michael, what's the matter, you? You got to say it right, Paisano. What's
the matter with you, huh?
Jersey. Huh? What up with that?
Yes.
Paisano. And hey, people, I'm part Italian, so fuck off if you're offended.
Hey, Joe, I can share your traits, man. I'm half Italian, half Irish, so, The Irish comes from the nose, I think. Maybe the Italian.
No, the Irish comes from the whole face, dude.
Huh?
Your Irish is all your face, dude.
Oh, God. I mean, I maybe a little Italian in the ears. That's about it, but I don't know.
I don't know. You kind of look like, I'm not trying to be mean, Mike, but how many times did I pick on you in high school?
Oh my God, this woman's known me forever. Oh my, don't
you kind of look like a leprechaun,
for God's sakes. But guys, before we get back to the show, I gotta get a break in. Guys, you know me with the breaks. If you guys love your regular insurance carrier, please share some love for Progressive. They are actually sponsoring this episode today. Progressive. Better insurance starts here. 4 out of 5 new consumers and customers are now recommending Progressive Insurance. And
for veterans? Did you say veterans?
No, I didn't say veterans. I said customers and consumers. Get the wax out of your ears. Scan the QR code today, guys, and you're going to love it. Anyway, guys, back to the show. Kimmy butchering my entire plug, but it's okay. I get it.
Yeah, you can have progressive insurance, not progressive politics.
There you go. There you go. Well, you know our friends over there at Clueless Nation, Joe, right?
Yeah.
Progressive media. Those bastards. Anyway.
So you got Flo in your studio? Mike?
What?
You got Flo in your studio?
What, Flo? No, she's not in my studio today. No, her to get her in my studio, her booking fee is anywhere between $10,000 to $15,000, and I'm not spending $10,000-$15,000 for that. Sorry, but anyway, guys, back to the show. All right, so we're talking about school shootings. That has to be tackled. That has to be challenged on all levels. We need to get sanity back in the classrooms. If we have,
you need to get that proper mental health for these kids too.
Yeah, we got to put the metal detectors in. We got to put security officers, everything in. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how the Florida schools are. Like, I know a lot of New Jersey schools. Like, my kids started out in Eatontown, and you go through the first door, and then there's another door they can't go. No one can go through unless they have a reason to be there, and they have to show ID and everything, and it's bulletproof glass and everything.
Oh.
So I don't know how the schools are in Georgia or Florida, but that's how New Jersey schools are. 99% of them are like that.
I purchased another home up here in Georgia, so it's like I'm considered like a snowbird now, a Yankee / hillbilly snowbird. 6 months in Florida, 6 months in Georgia. So Fulton County is a mess. It really is. You talk about homelessness. You talk about corruption, filth on all the streets. It's a beautiful city. Don't get me wrong. But the damn mayor, they got a brand new mayor now here in the city of Atlanta.
Well, that's your problem. You live in Atlanta.
Yeah. Well, on the outskirts of it. But, it's like I said, it's a beautiful city, but they're letting the filth get the best of it. Well,
let me tell you why. Because there's not enough jobs out there. They're not making enough money. So what are you going to do?
Oh, there's plenty of jobs in Atlanta. The jobs are here in Atlanta. I mean, there's sky rises going up in the gazoo. Literally, this city is on steroids of growth. It really is.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, the place, you're not making enough money. Like
the place is really running down. Even Savage is living there again now. It really went to hell now.
Oh, God. Shut up, Joe.
Well, like I'm saying, like...
I got to move to Tampa. I got to move over to Nathan's neck of the woods.
The prices of everything's going up because of inflation, and you can barely afford a freaking carton of eggs now or a gallon of milk.
Yeah, there's another...
Savaged with Michael Gardner on Spotify.
House costs are way overinflated. The house I'm in that cost $4,500 to build during World War II is worth $170,000. No, it's not. It's a two-bedroom, one-bath house.
Oh, no, that's like
it's worth that.
Hey, Joe, who the hell appraised that damn house?
Well, it's the out-of-control bubble again. It's ridiculous. It's the low-interest rate, easy money again. It's the easy money problem again.
There's houses around here. I live in New Jersey. You know, Jersey's one of the most expensive states to live in. And you get that two-bedroom house for more than that. That to me, that's a check.
Yep. And Kamala
I'm not sure how big your house is.
Kamala wants to make it worse by giving everybody $25,000. The same fucking idiocy that happened to this university when the government took control of the loan program and started giving out money to anybody. The universities doubled their tuition fees. You give everybody $25,000 for a house, what's going to happen? Everybody's going to raise the price of their house by another $25,000. These communist morons do not understand economics one bit.
Well, I'll say me and my husband got a deal on our house. We got a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. It's pretty decent size to me. We only paid $255 for it. and that's in New Jersey.
Whoa!
Wow.
Yeah, that's
You got one hell of a deal.
But I'm in like
That's
South Jersey
absurd.
by Atlantic City.
Wait. You said how much was the price? $255?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, down south you could get a whole former plantation with 100 acres of land for that.
Oh God, yeah. You go to like Alabama, Mississippi, man, they're just throwing that.
Yeah. No, thank you.
I don't know. Hey, Nathan. Nathan, we got to bring you into the mix, buddy. Like, what's the prices looking like that there in Tampa, St. Pete area there? I know they got to be up, man.
Astronomical.
Is it?
It's out of control here in Florida as far as the housing prices.
That's because you got all the Jersey and New Yorkers moving down there, and they're raising your prices.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm guilty of that. I'm originally from New Jersey and came to Florida.
Yeah, Florida makes
I thought
some
about making
sense.
my move down there.
Supply and demand economics are involved there because indeed a lot of people are moving there. But New Jersey, where people are fleeing from, prices are still ridiculous, not going down. That is communomics, not capitalonomics.
Yeah, it's out of control. You know, guys, I want to get into this last segment here, before we kind of close out the live stream show here, our Tuesday live stream on a lot of channels. I also want to thank Joe for basically allowing himself to plug in his YouTube channel, which, hey, we are streaming on YouTube, but on Joe's channel because I'm forever banned on YouTube. I'm shadow banned.
What did you do?
YouTube kicked me off the platform. They were like, that's it.
Ridiculous.
No more for Savaged.
And I'm still
Is it
locked
because
out
you were
of
being too loud?
I'm still
Is it
locked
because
out
you
of
were being
X.
too?
Hold on. One at a time. You guys are going crazy here. I can't hear Joe. I can't hear Kim. One at a time. You got plate hand up or something. What's that, Kim?
Was it because you were being too loud and you were too busy voicing your own opinion that they didn't like it?
No. For some odd reason, Joe is still on the platform, and he airs the very same content that I air. But apparently, the communist fascicrat trolls there on YouTube do not like my content. So they gave me one flag, they gave me two flags, they gave me three flags. 3 flags, you're out, I guess. 3 strikes, you're out, right?
Yeah.
And I'm still locked out of X. I don't
even know what that is.
Well, Elon is for free speech unless you speak the facts of where most of his money came from. Government subsidy for electric cars and NASA subsidies for SpaceX. For space, that catch fire. You need special fire trucks to put them out. You can't put water on an electrical fire.
Listen to this. There was a fire just the other day in Duluth, Georgia, which is east of me. Okay? And it was a Tesla car that literally just blew up in flames.
Yeah.
I'm driving down the damn interstate, okay? I'm on 20 there, and I'm going across, and I'm seeing like a Tesla on fire. And this fucking lady is running out of the damn car, and her hands are up in the air. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But there's no...
Okay, you buy a Tesla.
Yeah, you can't report that news on X or Elon will ban you because he's only for certain speech. So spare me Elon's a useful idiot when it comes to he's supporting Trump over Harris, but that doesn't make him a conservative. He's not a conservative.
Oh, no. Guys, I want to bring in here as we kind of close it up. I got to watch this time here. I try to keep these episodes within a certain time limit, and I appreciate the hell out of you guys for tuning in. Before I go in there, I do want to plug this in. We're getting some comments, and guys, I encourage the comments. I will plug them in because I love to see who's viewing us. Joining us here from Facebook, Bree Roscoe, an average 2-bedroom home in St. Pete, Tampa, is going for $384,000. Some gutted homes are going for $250,000, $300,000. It's insane.
Hey, that's ridiculous.
I hear your concern.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for weighing it in. Appreciate it.
Yeah, but again, there's supply and demand markets is working there. There's a reason for that because so many are moving there. There is no excuse for New Jersey and California and other states that are bleeding population. There's a glut of houses way overpriced. Priced. Those markets, the prices got to come down. The bubble is going to burst again soon.
Oh, it's going to burst. It's just about there, guys. If you guys are knowing what the date is here in the month, we are on what is it? Tuesday, September 10th, guys. The day before 9/11. Some 23 years ago, guys, coward terrorists from the Middle East decided to try to take us down as a nation. And they succeeded. They blew up 2 of our buildings on the Lower East Side of Manhattan, known as the Twin Towers. North and South Towers both went down very early in the morning. I'd like to take a minute, guys, please, all of us here on the show, a moment of silence, please, for lost firemen, first responders, paramedics, and everyone that was affected during 9/11. Thank you very much, guys, for doing that here in the show. You know, I can't believe, guys, it's been 23 years. Almost to this date, of a tragic event that should have never took place.
My husband was in boot camp when that happened.
Actually, down in the state of Florida at an elementary school, right? Was it Florida or Texas? I'm trying to get the.
No,
was it Florida too?
I think it was Florida. He was at.
Yeah, and he was briefed in by Secret Service and some aides of what had happened. And he basically had to cancel his event there at the elementary school and take an emergency flight back up to the area
originally
he was going to be sheltered in an emergency bunker, but that was the case. Yeah,
they flew him out to NORAD to be. It's the only really secure place they could put him because, at noon we didn't know if there would be other things happening, and there were still rumors at that point of other hijacked planes in the air. And there was a movie. I forget what movie it was, but indeed somebody tried to take over a jumbo jet and fly it into Air Force One. It's about the only thing you would be able to do to take down Air Force One.
Yeah.
So they didn't know. So for a while, indeed, Bush was way out in the hinterlands and had to come back later.
Oh, yeah. Guys, I want to thank my friends over at Liquid IV. That's right, guys. Hydration for any occasion. This drink has actually 3 times the amount of electrolytes than any other leading sports drink. That's right, guys. 3 times more the electrolytes than Gatorade and Powerade alone. Join Liquid IV, guys, and you're going to know why I love Liquid IV.
You're a liar.
They are literally the hydration for any occasion. I love them. Scan this QR code.
Yeah, Mike.
I tried that.
Butcher my plugs again. What the hell are you saying now?
I said
Mike needs more than electrolytes.
No, it's not gross. It's not gross. It's delicious.
It tastes like Pedialyte. It's gross.
It tastes delicious because it's nutritious. It's healthy. It doesn't have all the sugar like Gatorade and Power.
Savage.
Yeah, guys. 23 years ago. Getting back to a serious note. 23 years ago, up in New York City, I was
in high school.
Well, no, I was actually, just about graduating at the time. 19 years old, 18 years old at the time.
Sorry, Michael.
I wasn't in high school. I was
you
19
were.
years old at that time, 23 years ago. Do the math. Woman doesn't know how to do math.
Typical of a woman, a sexist would say.
Oh, boy. Joe, you're switching your background. What the hell? Pick one.
Yeah. Well, we're on 9/11. I put up my 9/11 background.
I know. How many do you have? I didn't. We didn't make. My team didn't make that for you, did it?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay. So any thoughts on that? Before we go to you, Joe and Kimmy carrying the whole show. You're leaving poor Nathan here in the corner like baby from Dirty Dancing. Nathan, chime in, buddy. Any thoughts, buddy, on 9/11 and maybe some personal, thoughts of reactions of how you seen it then?
Well, when 9/11 took place, I was actually living in New Jersey. I was living in Woodbridge, and from our house in Woodbridge, you could actually see the tops of the towers. And, when we walked outside of our house, you were able to see the smoke and and everything that had taken place on 9/11. And it is crazy to think that it's been 23 years since those towers went down. Yeah. And I think the craziest thing about it is how our government used it, what happened there, as a way to, start surveilling their own citizens. With the Patriot Act and everything else, and every time we get a new president, they enact it, and again, the entire precipice of, well, you have to lose some of this because it's not safe.
Yeah, as Franklin said, those who will trade security for freedom deserve neither. And there's no excuse. I supported the Patriot Act then, but it was supposed to be then renewed. And that's the problem, Nathan. You're right. They just keep renewing it. No, it must be changed. The abuses against United States citizens must be dealt with and changed, and that power wielded back a little from all the alphabet agencies that they are abusing. We need to rein them back in again. I agree with foreign surveillance, but it's the domestic the DOJ is calling Catholic Latin masses a domestic terror threat. Let's get real, huh?
Well, the current administration is waging war against parents, against Christianity. They're waging war against literally what the founding fathers built our platform on. Yep. What does that tell you where we're headed?
Yeah, it gets said every election. This is the most important election ever. But you know what? This time it really is. Either we are going to restore the American Republic, or we are doomed forever to Maoism and Marxism and that equity crap where everybody is indeed equally dystopianly poor. Except the ruling elites, of course. They live high on the hog.
I think a lot of our voters need to wake up this election and realize something, that, every 2 and 4 years we get told what's on the ballot. This election cycle right now, we the people are on the ballot. And if we do not win this election by a landslide, we the people will no longer be that government. They will.
Yep, I agree 100%. Everything is, and Obama was apparently caught on a hot mic complaining about Kamala and saying she needs to do her job. Well, what job does Obama want her to do? Finish destroying the country that he started when he was in office.
Yeah. Joe, I want to thank some of the people that have tuned into to this episode here. What the hell am I doing here? Joe, you got to go. There we go. Joe's on the wrong side. There we go. My format all messed up. Jesus. Here we go. We got it right now.
You're out of practice.
Yeah, hey, it's just me. Shaky's down in Florida. I don't have my second hand guy here helping
right.
me.
You still watching?
Shaky, he helps me with the production. I'm doing this all by myself, so bear with me, guys. I'm doing my own plugs, my own advertisement, my own layouts, my own production. I'm hosting the.
And you're doing a good job.
Kibby?
You're doing a good job.
I'm trying, but
I say thank you to my son who's tuned into your channel.
At first, if you don't get it right
halfway, but it's all right. We got what you're saying.
As they say, if at first you don't succeed, try again, Michael.
Yeah, guys, I got a couple announcements before we close out. Guys, please got to get these announcements out. Encourage some of the people here that's joining us here on X. I see some comments coming in from a couple of people. Bree hitting those comments on Facebook. Thank you very much, Bree. We'll plug that in. Actually showing some support here for Nathan Snyder. Bree out of Facebook. Plug that in. Give me a minute, guys, for that post. I want to encourage some of the listeners to joining us on X, guys. That's right, guys. For all you people out there in Facebook that don't know what X is, well, it's formerly Twitter. Elon Musk took it over and rebranded it. Made it X, made it more free speech and unfiltered and uncensored. So hit this QR code on your screen, guys. It's going to go right to our main X account. And you'll see all the unfiltered content. If you're getting tired of censored material on Facebook, jump on over to X, guys. And that includes YouTube, too.
Except don't talk the truth about Elon's money.
Don't talk about his money or you'll end up like Joe.
Don't talk about Tesla catching fire news. What? You'll be kicked off like I was.
Yeah, you'll be kicked off like Joe.
So there's a certain amount of free speech, but just don't touch Elon's buttons.
Yeah, don't touch his buttons. Also, too, guys, I want to encourage some of my listeners. Usually on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, guys, we do a thing on X called Spaces. They're live panels. I encourage anybody that's on the platform, come on over. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's going to be the new lineup now. I was doing it every day, but it's just way too much for me. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So actually tomorrow night around 9 p.m., join us there. We call it Savage Underground Uncut. That's right. It's unfiltered, uncensored. And, hey, I'm not afraid to fucking say what I want to fucking say on the platform because Elon Musk gave me that fucking free speech. So,
and those are the spaces, not to be confused with the empty space in Savage's head.
Yeah, empty spaces on the head. Also, too, guys, if you're going to be in the Pittsburgh area in November, guys, head over to Tarleton. It's an outskirt, basically a town on the outskirts of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'll be doing a live podcast show in theater there at Po Duty. That's right, Po Duty. So check me out, Savage Unfiltered, live. Okay, at PoDutyLive.com, right. Or you can go right to my main X account, and you'll see all the information there. November 10th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And go to SavageArmy.com and get yourself a true Shotcaster shirt to wear to the event.
Yeah. Pick up the shirt. Much appreciated. Go to SavageArmy.com.
You
like
were
Joe
thinking
said,
about
a lot
it,
of
though,
merchandise on there. Yeah. So one more plug and we'll be out of here. And then I have to say thank you to the people that are on here because, hey, I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, Michael, what? Savaged. Why isn't the Beetlejuice movie not sponsoring this show?
Hey, I was an extra for that fucking thing. I was an extra for that fucking movie for 3 fucking scenes, and they haven't fucking decided.
You actually made that film what it is, and they're not bothering to sponsor.
Yeah, I worked alongside with fucking Winona Ryder, Michael Keaton. I met the young upcoming star Jenna Ortega. I got
lucky
to meet
bastard.
A lot of other actors.
Did you get her autograph, jerk face?
Yeah, I got a couple autographs. It's at the house, but yeah, I'll show it on camera the next episode. But I got to meet. Hold on, Kimmy, you're all over. 1 second. She's excited today. I apologize, guys, but it's okay.
But you've met Jenna Ortega, man.
Yeah. I met her. And then I also got to work alongside with Danny DeVito, which has a very small part in the beginning
awesome.
if you guys paid attention to it. I don't want to give too many spoilers.
And where is he from? And where is Danny DeVito from?
Well, he's from a lot of
where?
movies. Well,
He's from Neptune, New Jersey.
From Asbury Park, New Jersey. Yeah. Good old Danny DeVito, Jersey Shore boy. Yep. Yeah,
I wish they would have had a few more cameos. I give Beetlejuice a B+. Not to give spoilers.
I give it like an A minus.
Here's why I do that, and I'm not going to give a spoiler. I'm just going to say
we got to close out, buddy.
The MacArthur Park bit just went too long.
It went too long, you think?
Yeah, the MacArthur.
I haven't seen
they were replacing the Day-O kind of scene. That was this version of it. Yeah, the MacArthur Park scene just.
Well, I told you what scenes I'm in.
Down.
Right?
Yeah, I know. I got to
right?
see it again so I could see you. Yeah.
I told you the scenes I'm in. Right? I don't want to give too many spoilers, guys, for those that have not seen the movie. But I'm in Ghost House Talk Show. I'm in the audience of Ghost House Talk Show with Winona Ryder, her talk show there in the beginning. I'm in the audience, in like the third row of the audience, okay? The second scene, guys, I'm actually in the funeral scene. I'm right in the middle in the funeral scene. And then the last scene, I'm in the church when Michael Keaton is trying to marry Lydia again towards the end. To save him from his estranged.
And again, not to give out too many spoilers, but the funeral scene, take a good look at the headstone, the shape for the joke there that I talked to people after I came out of the movie. They didn't get the joke. So look at the shape of the headstone at the funeral scene.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that.
It alludes to how he died, so you get the joke.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. You got to check out the movie. I give it an A minus. The reason why I give it an A minus is because of the special effects and the huge amounts of CGI that Warner Brothers put in. Burton is a fucking genius. He really is.
Mike,
how
did you get into this movie? Like,
I am contracted. Yeah, Kimmy, real quick, because I got to close it up. I am contracted in with allcasting.com. That's what gets me all the gigs. I worked alongside of a lot of different type of people already in the course of just a couple years being contracted in with this company. Awesome company. So,
they were filming another Adam Sandler movie right here in Jersey by Woodbridge where Nate grew up.
Yeah.
And they were looking for cast extras for that movie too.
Yeah, I was too late. They all filled it all. It's all filled up. Yeah, bastards.
That would have been awesome to work with Adam Sandler.
And also, if you have Netflix,
guys, we got to get off the air soon. Hurry up, Joe.
Savage is in Beverly Hills Cop 4. If you got Netflix,
that I am. I'm an extra in that movie as well too. But I want to say a couple thank yous here to some people. A lot of Facebook plugs. Where the hell are you, X? Get the X comments in for God's sakes. Jesus.
Say thank you to Aiden.
Thank you very much, Basic Beach. Oh, we got an X. I just said X. Where's the X? And we finally got an X. Thank you very much, X. Vote Snyder in Florida District 14. Vote at SnyderForFlorida14.com. Get those votes in for Nathan Snyder, which is the upper left-hand corner of your screen, guys, if you're viewing us on any platform.
And I agree with you, Aiden. Never back down, never give up, who chimed in from Fascist Book.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Is that you?
It's now or never. Son. Oh, it's now or never, people. Oh,
my
your
wife
son
was going crazy today in the studio, by the way.
How coincidental is that, huh?
Yeah. Also, never back down, never give up. Is that the one you were talking about?
Yeah. It's now or never, people. If you don't get off your ass now, your children will have no freedom anymore. Period.
And just to let y'all know, that was a child who said that.
Yeah,
absolutely. One more plug. I gotta save
this. Let me clean it up then. Get
guys,
off.
I gotta save this plug because we gotta get off the air soon. I've been trying to get off the air for the last 10 minutes, guys. I wanna basically encourage some of the listeners here, live stream listeners, including the Spotify listeners, iHeartRadio listeners, Apple Music. We're on Audio Mac. We're on Buzzsprout. We're on like 40 plus platforms. So thank you very much. Savage Unfiltered Show, constantly growing. We're about to be on what the fuck is that new platform? Outcast, brand new app that we're going to be on. It's a television app, guys. So thank you very much. Hat tip to Outcast for allowing us to be part of your program. That will start in, what are we in, September? That's going to start November, guys. I don't have the date just yet released, but I will release that date in the coming of episodes. So check us out on Outcast.
I'm glad you're with me on Buzzsprout now there.
Yeah, we're on Buzzsprout. Yeah. Thank you very much, Buzzsprout, for finally, approving the show, for God's sakes.
Mama, get a thumbs up.
But other than that, guys, one more plug. Nathan, I didn't forget about you, buddy. I know I got to get off this air. I've been trying to get off the air for fucking 10 minutes. But check us out in St. Pete, guys, next month in October. Nathan Snyder, as he is running for Congress here in Florida's 14th district, he's also getting back into the octagon. Nathan, I want to give you the floor, buddy, and announce that because it's going to come better from you than me because you're going to be in the fight, and I'm going to be the guest commentator for your fight and several other matches. So, buddy, plug away, buddy.
So there's an organization out here in Florida called Operation Warrior Hope, and Operation Warrior Hope, they raise awareness and they help our veterans that are having suicidal thoughts and want to do something to help them out, raise some money for them to be able to keep their great organization going. So we agreed to unretire and come out of retirement after 11 years of not being in the octagon and go and fight in the octagon to raise money for Operation Warrior Hope. So we are going to be starting the promotions for that here very shortly once the fight card is released, and get some help to our great veterans.
Yeah. They need it more than ever.
Great. I think that's great. It should be through all the states, not just Florida.
Oh, wow, Kimmy, we actually got you on camera this time. You were cut off for like the majority of the broadcast, but
I don't like showing my face.
I thought you wanted to hide your appearance or something.
Yeah, I did.
I get it. A lot of people do.
But I think that's a great organization right there, Nate. Like, I'm a military wife myself, and I think that's a great organization.
Yeah, I've got Tunnel to Towers, Project 22. I'm sure Nathan's familiar with Project 22 on my terrorstrikes.info/charity page as a well-vetted operation because my Terror Strikes book has a suicide prevention sub-thread because, indeed, 22 vets a day lose their life. Or take their life, I should say.
Like you're saying with the presidents, like all these, like me being a military wife and having a military husband, I think that, they promise stuff to our veterans that they don't really get. And then these veterans are coming back from foreign wars and stuff, fighting for our country and don't have a leg to stand on.
No. It's unfortunate, guys. I got to dip out. I have a guest in my other green room that's waiting for me. Thank you very much, guys. Take it easy. Be savage. Till next time, guys. I'm out of here. I'm Savage. Joining me, Kimmy here from New Jersey.
Bye, Mike.
Nathan Snyder running for Congress for Florida's 14th district in the Tampa Bay, St. Pete area. Get those votes out for Nathan. He needs them, guys. Election is next month. He wants to run for Congress. He wants to make America a little bit better than what it was. Not to, kind of take off Donald Trump's slogan, but Nathan really wants to improve his district. And joining me here from Detroit, Michigan, Joseph M. Lenard. We call him Jokester Joe because he's not afraid to get that lame pun out. Thanks very much.
Not afraid to take pot shots at Savage.